Hello everybody! Welcome to another video. I want to start off by having my game go into AFK mode. Just kidding. I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody who liked and subscribed to my YouTube. And thank you for all the nice comments that you've been sending me in the game. To me, it's wild because I'm just me. But I really appreciate the support. And today I'm going to talk about Meteor Assault build because I've been getting a lot of questions since I switched. And it's still fresh for me, it's still new, so I don't want to necessarily call this a guide, but you can feel free to try it out and see how it works for you. This is how it's been working for me. And you can always let me know in the comments how you've done things differently. But anyways, let's just jump into this. If this is your first time seeing these weapons, they definitely look ridiculous, and that's why I like to call this the fish build. As you can see, I have my 3 fish technique, and I'm using 2 Horus Mackerel daggers. Fighting Spirit is a good enchant. Hopefully you can get one that's better than the one that I have, because you don't need magic attack. For cards, you're going to want to go for a mix of racial and size cards, and that can be pretty expensive, so depending on what you're fighting, if you don't have the cards that you need, you can always substitute them with Fendark cards for physical attack. And I'm using the tier set for attack. That's the tier set. And for accessories, I'm using the Dark Knight medal and the Dark Knight gloves. Also Fighting Spirit enchant on both of them. And with the set effect, you have a 30% chance to gain 15% total skill damage. For the other items, it doesn't really matter too much what you have, but this is what I'm using. And then let's take a look at the cores. So this is hit or miss, because you have a chance to increase your skill damage, but you also have a chance to decrease your skill damage. So really, this one, it's up to you. But this one, Confirmed Kill, is definitely a great core to have for this build. When you attack a target with HP of 25% or less, the damage is increased by 10%. And there's another one that is similar, and that is Prerequisite. When attacking a target with an HP of 75% or higher, the damage is increased by 6%. So I was using this one and I switched it to this one just because I was testing it out, and I'm still not sure which one that I prefer more, but you can always play around with it. Dangerous Hobbies is also still very viable. And these are my stats. As you can see, it's completely different from Crit Build. I haven't put anything into Agility, and I haven't put anything into Luck. And I know it looks a little bit weird to see it, but you will put points into Int because you're using your skill so frequently and you're just chugging blue pots non-stop, so it's actually necessary for this build to have some Int. And here are the skills. let's talk about some of the positives and negatives of this build. This build is really good for grinding your XP because you can hit multiple targets with your AoE, whereas before with crit build you could only hit one target at a time. So if you were to try to take on 6 targets at once with crit build, while you were killing the first one, the other ones would probably be killing you. So this is definitely more favorable when it comes to grinding. And then in ET, you can fearlessly wander into a pile of mobs and have your team drag both MVPs on you, but it's okay because you've got an AoE skill and a ton of HP, so you just wander right out of it like nothing happened. And here's a look at what the damage is like when you're doing MVPs. And lastly, I'm going to talk about what I don't enjoy about this build, and that is PvP. It's fine in large-scale PvP like Siege and Battlefield, but in smaller scale PvP, it's just not as strong as crit build. You see, sometimes because of your skill delay, the timing isn't right, and the character can kind of just walk out of your attack. Another issue is without crit, you have a very hard time hitting high flee SINX. You can adjust your dex, but it's just not the same. I believe crit build SINX is still the king of PvP. So that's my build. I think it's working out pretty well. I'm enjoying it, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that I've been saving up Zenny on the side just in case, because I don't know. But I hope this video was helpful and informative, and thank you so much for watching it. Right, bye.